John Piper with a weekend video, and it's Saturday the 20th of July. We discussed this chart on Thursday. Basically, this is the long-term chart of Bitcoin. This is the peak we saw in December 2017. This is the peak we saw in the middle of 2019, and here we are now. Let's have a look at the short-term action here. Go down to the 1 month chart. And we see the end of the 5-wave move. Well, we don't quite see it. I'll just shrink this slightly so we do see it. So the 5-wave move ended around here. So it's not quite right either, is it? Let me go back and shrink it slightly more. Right, the 5-wave move ended here by my count, as discussed previously. This blip here just took out this trend line, the big one I'm talking about. And we're now bang on it again with a little blip above it last week. So I believe it's possible that the big move is now starting up. Let's expand this chart again so a bit more detail. So I think we've possibly seen a 5-wave move up to this blip above. So if we count this as the actual termination point of the triangular move off the rally, then we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So possibly an A, a B and a C coming in now. And that could be a huge buying opportunity if we see that, or a break above here. But I think, well, again, we're at that point where we could get a very strong buy signal, and we could finally see a test of the 20,000 level. And I think a breakthrough is quite likely. I mean, gold and silver, as I was saying in the week, have done extremely well. And those of you who follow my suggestions on gold stocks, silver stocks, have seen some incredible gains in the last few months. I mean, some of mine have trebled. So, you know, it's been a bit of a bonanza, really. It's been a long time waiting, in a sense, although gold and silver have appreciated quite nicely over the last few years anyway. I started in 2015, 2016 recommending gold. It's done well since then, but they've really taken off in the last few months. There's been an incredible move. Based on the money printing. Now the cryptos should benefit from the same thing. The point I made during the week was that gold and silver and the gold stocks, silver stocks, are now quite expensive. So I think it's a good case for people to start looking for alternatives, and the obvious alternative is crypto. So we may or may not see this ABC decline. I mean, certainly it would fit the pattern, but I think we're going to see a very solid move in the cryptos going forwards, and this is a time to be on board, I think. Alright, finally here is the 5-minute chart. So you see the 5 waves up, a bit more detail, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And notice that the wave A I've got down here was exactly on the 38.2 retracement. So the fibs will tend to confirm that count. B retest. And now C down to around 9,450 would roughly where C equals A. So 9,450, but you may want to go a bit lower than that. I mean, 50%. It's around 9,400. So we'll watch the pattern of the move. I would say that wave 3 looks a bit truncated in terms that there's a 1, 2, 3, but no 4, 5 in sight. So I mean, this could be the 4 and the 5. So that could be a wave 3 peak. This could be a wave 4 decline. Anyway, for the time being, I'm sticking with this particular count, but there are alternatives and need to be modified as we go through. And clearly I'll be looking at this quite closely when we come to looking at the reports on Tuesday and Thursday, as I think this could be a very fantastic rally that we're going to see. I've modified the count on Ethereum to make this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This becomes a similar count. This sideways drift becomes a wave 2 in that sense, possibly ending here, 1, 2 and now a 3 up. So that becomes a similar count, same kind of considerations, no great change on what I've been saying on Bitcoin. Looking at gold, I think 2 or 3 ended here. This is all the third of a third of a third, so we've got 1, 5 ways up, so 1, 2, this is the third of a third, and it's all going strong. We're at a key level, we're taking out the 2011 high, I think it is. So we could see some hesitation here, but no real sign of it just yet. And the market was closed bang on 1900 at the close, so looking pretty good on gold. On the DAX, I've discussed why this could be a peak. We have now got a pretty impulsive decline coming in here. 1, 2, 3. We see a 4 and a 5. That would suggest that we have actually seen something quite important. There's some saber rattling about China and America, but I'm not sure it's much more than that at the moment. I think everybody has enough problems really without having a sort of fairly major war developing, but I could of course be wrong. Anyway, so I'm not too concerned about anything too dramatic, but a low below 12,769 next week, although we could see a brief blip down perhaps, followed by a weak rally, which just at least a fifth wave, and then of course a correction, perhaps ABC. Then we could watch something out that may be a bit more worrying perhaps. Well, the Dow is far less dynamic. That could be something like 1, it could be an ABC 2, and this could be a 3, but it needs to go a lot further, really to confirm that at the moment. So we see sharp action next week to the downside on the Dow. That would be one signal that the peak might be in of the rally we've seen over the last few months.